Hey, it's Richard here again. Thanks very much for coming back and joining me. Are you a fish or are you a monkey? Okay, crazy question, I know. Let me explain. Because it's important to understand these things. I was doing a coaching session with some clients recently and a quote came up that I used in the context of the training. I don't know who the quote originated from. I've no idea. It's just one of those things. But it says this: everyone is born a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life thinking that it's stupid. It's a good quote, isn't it? But what does it mean? Well, what it means is this: fish are brilliant swimmers. A fish was designed and born to swim in the river or swim in the sea, to swim in water. That is what they are perfectly designed for. It's what they're best at. But if you look at that fish with its strengths and its skills and the abilities that it has and say, well, it's not very good at climbing trees, and you tell the fish that, and the fish starts to believe that, it can live its whole life thinking it's inadequate when actually it has incredible skills and incredible strengths that when applied elsewhere, we'll see it living out its purpose in life. And that's the essence of this quote. And unfortunately, a lot of our modern education focuses so much on a narrow range of things that we can easily grow up thinking, well, I wasn't good at sport, I wasn't good at mathematics, therefore I'm not very good at anything. But everyone is born with gifts and skills and abilities. And one of the things I spend a lot of time talking to people about is that when you find out what your strengths are, when you find out and learn more about yourself, that's where you start to find this state of flow. That's where you find where you fit best in the world of work, where you fit best in the world generally, how you interact with people, and what the work is that's yours to do, that you can do better than anybody else. But you have to learn about yourself. There's another famous quote, and it's not certain whether it was Plato or Socrates or Aristotle, but it was in that school of Greek thought many thousands of years ago. It was engraved above the door where they went to do their learning. And it simply said this: know thyself. Because they realized it isn't just enough to learn lots of stuff about the outside world, to build external skills and abilities and knowledge primarily. It's so important to know who we are and what our skills are and what our strengths are. Are we extroverted? Are we introverted? Do we think in big pictures? Do we focus on the detail? All of these things are needed. No one is wrong. We're all just different, and we need all of these skills and abilities working together. In the context of a business, when you understand everybody's skills and abilities and they understand them, and as I've said on previous videos, when you find the place in the team where those people can make the most of who they are, when they're doing that work that is just theirs to do, it's a state of flow and they do it almost effortlessly. It's such a powerful thing. That's in a business. Even in a smaller team within a business, again, everyone understanding who they are and their strengths and their skills makes the team a much more powerful whole than it could have been before. But even as individuals, when we do this work on our own, it helps us to understand ourselves. When I've done this, I've sort of looked back over a career and gone, that's why those jobs just didn't suit me. It wasn't that I was bad at them. If you don't have a strength in a certain area, it doesn't mean you'll be bad at that thing, but it does take a lot more time and a lot more effort to be good at that thing, and you will feel like you're struggling. Sometimes we have to do things that don't sit in our strengths. That's just life, and we can do them. But when we focus most of our time and effort on the work that uniquely suits our personality and our skills and abilities, because we understand what that is, and we go and look for those opportunities or make those opportunities, we live a much happier and a much more empowered life. As I said just now, the world has a lot of things that need to be sorted out by businesses, by individuals, by teams, by organisations. And it's only when we have all of those unique skills that we each individually understand and that we can bring together for their relative benefits into a team that we'll be able to solve these problems. You don't build a football team, a soccer team out of 11 goalkeepers. You have a goalkeeper that's great at goalkeeping. You have strikers that are great at striking. You have defenders who are great at defending. You have a coach and a manager who are great at coaching and managing. And the very, very best and most successful teams have those specialists in each of their roles because they understand that's who they are and they train and develop those skills. So hopefully now you can understand the question, the quote at the beginning of the video. Because yes, if you tell a fish that it needs to be able to climb a tree to be of value, it will live its life thinking it's an idiot. But if you let the fish understand what it's brilliant at and put it in an environment where it can be brilliant at those things and excel and do those things with almost no effort whatsoever and get great joy from living out its purpose, that is the secret to a fulfilled life. But it's also the secret to tremendous teams, tremendous businesses, and lots of success in the future. Like I always say, I hope that helped. A little story for a Monday or whenever you're watching this. Do please subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm trying to build this audience to get these messages to more people. If you click the little bell, it will notify you when more videos are available. You can check out my website. There's plenty more information on there and ways that you can get in touch with me if you'd like to. And in the meantime, have a great week and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Cheers.